Hello, welcome to my Pokemon Journeys, episode 120, Koharu and Eevee, Endless Possibilities review. Well, it's not a Masters 8, but at least it isn't a recap. So we get to see Koharu returning to the Eevee Evolution Lab for Koharu having a medical recap with Eevee, and she kind of recaps some things she's been doing. And once again, like in last week's recap episode, the interaction she had with Lana pops up. It kind of feels like Lana's had the most impact on Koharu, and I'm all here for that. Thing is, Eevee's shown interest in all its evolutions and can't really choose what she wants to do. So Koharu reflects on her in general, she seems really interested in Pokemon evolution. She asks her dad about it, and even questions if Eevee will really want to evolve or stay an Eevee. Sakuragi loves hearing all about the experience they've had and shares that's a question that baffles even professors. Sakuragi has the idea to take Koharu camping, along with the rest of her family. Also, for some reason, we don't let Yampa go on immediately with Koharu, even though it wants to. Remember in episode 30 when Ash said Koharu told him off for not considering his Pokemon's feelings? Where's that energy from her now, her? Okay, just had to put that in that little jab. Sakuragi stops in the forest first, where we get to see a lot of Pokemon, and Koharu mentions that Go would like this forest. And Sakuragi mentions so would Ash. Yeah, you might have noticed they aren't here, and they won't be. This is like the Tokyo episode where Ash was just absent for the first time ever in an episode. I'm still fond of that idea. If the story doesn't need him, why shoehorn him in? Eevee runs off after a Poliwag and is saved by a man called Inoki as he hands Eevee back. Poliwag evolves into Poliwhirl. This man used to look after Sakuragi as a child, and he's maintained the forest and made a whole new habitat for Pokemon. And we get to cut to flashbacks of Sakuragi as a boy, and we're shown like flashbacks of him being given an appreciation for life. Big emotional call for this episode is how Sakuragi saved a Clefairy as a child, fending off a Beedrill with a stick and getting its leg all fixed up, and seeing him bond and get closer to it. They hang out with each other. It's just really awesome seeing him build up a real friendship. Eventually it comes to the two to part ways with each other. It metronomes a Petal Blizzard as Sakurai loves cherry blossoms and vanishes. Inoki tells him it was Clefairy's way of thanking him. We head to the campsite where the rest of the family catch up, and we get to see them do family stuff, things they've really needed in this series. It's Yampa and Eevee reacting to noise that gets Sakuragi to take them somewhere special. It's a full moon, and there are Clefairy dancing around moonstones ready to evolve. A Clefable stands guard, however a horde of Golbat attack. As tough as Clefable is, Eevee hops in and copycats Psychic and tosses the Golbat away. The Clefairy are all ready to evolve. Sakuragi thanks Clefable as they will start to head off. The Clefable that guarded them stays behind and uses its metronome, which turns into Petal Blizzard, which causes a realization that this was a Clefable from before. Just a nice little bit of payoff. Koharu thinks again about Clefable that night with Sakuragi coming out to check on her. She talks about her understanding of evolution and what she's gained from this camp, and reaffirms that she wants to learn more about evolution, not just because of Eevee. Sakuragi tells her she has an endless amount of opportunities ahead of her. So this was a pretty nice episode, mainly because it fleshed out Professor Sakuragi a bit more. He's a cool guy and all, but they didn't have a chance to add much depth to him. Getting an idea of what led him to where he is now is awesome. I really love the little bits we got here, and I was rooting for him to catch Clefable, to be honest. This really doesn't feel like a conclusion to Koharu's arc at all. It actually kind of feels like a new start in a way, since it feels like she's found something she wants to do beyond look for what Eevee wants to do. She wants to discover more about evolution. This episode has her seeing bits like Poliwag evolve from experience, Clefairy evolve from stones. She wants to see different types of evolution and finds it fascinating. And it's all just a really good father-daughter time. Probably not easy right now as we're in the middle of a Masters 8 tournament, but for Professor Sakuragi, it's nice enough.